Greetings, friends, and welcome to an incredibly frigid Wednesday, and it's time for the drive home. So, I have good news, bad news, take it how you will. I have good/bad news, which is, this is going to be the last episode. I'm not sure if that's going to be the last episode ever, or just the last episode for a while. Basically, a lot of stuff's coming up. Mainly, I have a lot of stuff coming up. I've got surgery finally on Friday, so there's not going to be a lot of drive homes because of that. I have vacationing, about 2 weeks of vacation coming up as well, so there's not going to be any drive homes then either. And just in general, like a greased seal in an ice rink, I'm not getting any traction with this thing. So I think I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do with this channel, how I want to continue, how I want to proceed. Just because I don't think I'm doing much here. I'm just kind of blabbing. It's more like a video blog, but I don't really spit out my thoughts. The goal is just to kind of aim at responding to what people thought. And while I love you 4 loyal viewers, and I know each and every one of you, it's not making for a lot of interaction. Which, alright, fine. It was an experiment, didn't work out too well. There we are. And I want to get into, I guess, more of a video editing process. I actually want to work on that skill a little bit. I've played with Premiere and stuff like that a little here and there, but I haven't really gotten to know the program a lot, and I want to get better with it. And this show does not lend itself to that, because the point of the show was to be as candid, unedited, and just straightforward as possible, which, has its own merit, but also I don't think makes for very interesting viewing. And I thought one of the advantages would be that, each episode's only about 8 minutes, so it's not like people have to invest a whole lot of time into watching me. But, I don't think it made it interesting for anyone else either. So, I'm just going to take a couple of months, or something, and just kind of try to plot and plan, brainstorm, just try to figure out what I want to do with this. I kind of still like the concept of a, just kind of stream of consciousness thing while I'm driving, because it's a good way to occupy me, because driving is so automatic most days, especially when I'm just driving home from work, because it's the same route all the time. Nothing ever changes. Traffic barely ever changes. I encounter so little on this drive that it's, whatever. There's not much of a point to it. So I figured what I might do is scale it down to maybe 2 episodes a week, but actually do some editing with them. Maybe do some video cuts, overlays, things of that nature to emphasize points I really need to work on, like putting up an actual title card. Maybe I can contract somebody to give me some music, something like that, just to make it more interesting, more visually and auditorily stimulating, things of that nature, and actually try to come up with real topics to talk about. The idea of Ask an Atheist Tuesday will work out pretty well if I got a lot of people to ask me questions, but that would require an audience to ask me questions. And again, I know the 4 of you, I don't know if you have any questions left for me. So, there we are. So, hey, I encountered a stoplight. That's new. So, that's the current aim of what I'm thinking of this little hiatus. And if not, over 30 shows, decent run, better than some network television. So, there you go. There's like 50 hours of content right there, if I'm doing my math right, which I might not be. Probably not. No, I think I'm not doing my math right. But oh no, that's probably closer to 5 hours of content, isn't it? 50, right? Anyways, so there we are. my thoughts. By all means, please leave comments and things below if you have any ideas or any thoughts or what have you. I, of course, value your input. And while it was an experiment for me, it's, you know, a show for you guys. I want to make it something you guys want to watch. Because I am terrible at keeping a journal, doing a video blog. This was the closest I've ever gotten. You know, anything like that. I'm shit on social media. I just don't post the stuff. So me having a sounding board, I don't know if that's really a thing I want to do, because I don't know. I don't do much with that stuff when those options are available anyways. So I'm just trying to consider what would be interesting for this. Yeah, and also I need to also consider... Oh, there's also a couple of other factors why I want to take a hiatus. Of course, it's dark. It's very dark doing this. And the little ring light I've got set up for for my phone so you guys can actually see me. I think it puts too bright of a glare on my glasses, and I'm not willing to wear contacts just to do this, because that's a pain for 10 minutes. Meaning it's a large pain to just wear contacts for 10 minutes, because whenever I was done with this, I pop my contacts out and put my glasses right back on. So it's dark. That's bad shooting conditions. It's also really cold right now, and I can't turn the heater on while I'm doing this, because then that's all you guys would hear. You would be deafened by the heater of my Jeep going off, and you guys would hear absolutely nothing. So I'd like the weather to warm up a little bit, if it would, please, if you would be so kind. But that's also another thing I'm not banking on anytime soon. So there we are. Take that as you will. It was a fun run. We might get to do it again sometime soon. And yeah, that's about it. There we are. And let's get something warm to drink. I'll see you at home.